Hey you guys, what's up? It's Anime Blaze coming to you with another video. And in this video, I just want to talk to you guys about one of my major hobbies and a couple of things that, you know, that it's not really a major problem, really, but it's just something I kind of noticed a little bit. So, yeah, let's get on to this. So, with me, there's like a lot of different possibilities that I've noticed that um, your parents always tell you when you're younger that there are a lot of different ways to learn how to express yourself. I mean, some people can do it through art. Um, Other people can do it through speech, through talking and stuff like that. And I'm good at that too, just a little bit. Little. Not too much, but, some people do it through speech. Um, some people even do it through sports because that's one of the things they love how to do in the best one of the best ways they know how to express themselves better is in out there on the field or over there on the basketball court or whatever they're doing. uh, but for me, the major thing that I really love to do more than anything is write. I mean, so many things I love to do when it comes to writing. I mean, there are times where I sort of like to write fictional stories and everything like that. But more often than anything, I love to write about myself. And of course, that might sound conceited, but let me elaborate on that. See, I don't just write about, oh man, I'm the coolest person ever. Oh, man, I could do anything. But no, not stuff like that. But the things that I write about are the personal experiences that I've been through in real life, and as well as some of the major thoughts that go through my head because I've been told on multiple occasions that that I really do a lot of deep thinking on a lot of different things, and I even think I do that too much. I mean, if not too much, then at least a little bit. I tend to think a lot, and you know, it's not a bad thing, but a lot anyway with those those thoughts going through my head. I used to just be like, man, there's a lot of weird thoughts going through my head, and eventually it got to the point of where I knew I already loved to write, but I just hadn't thought of hey, instead of just letting this thought go off, just go through my mind and then disappear, why not write it down, fully think through everything that I'm talking about, and you know write it down and then take a look at it. And it it worked. From there, I've started writing, from personal experiences and beliefs and opinions, stuff like that, and major different things. I went from writing from there to poetry. My strong love that I have for poetry. Uh, I can't not write poems. It's hard to do. Matter of fact, the other day I had noticed that most of the things I were writing were personal experiences. Not that that's a bad thing, but it had been like almost a month or something since I had written anything, and I had to write something. I had to write a poem, anything. And through the mood that I was in, I mean, I have dark poems. I have more uh, poems about image with imagery in it. Uh, Poems about more uplifting stuff. Poems about real life, going through high school, how people say, oh, high school is just an easy thing. And sometimes that can be one of the most misleading things that people don't understand, and stuff like that. It's high school is much darker than what people would think. The stuff that I've been through in high school, the people that I've met, the people that I've seen disappear, if you know what I mean. I'm not talking about like poof, they disappear. I'm talking about the way they go out. I'm not talking about, I'm just going to say it, death, if that means anything to anyone. Morbid stuff like that. I know high school isn't that easy, but just writing down these thoughts, it just helps me to mature mentally, uh, through my writing. And I also write stuff, not just to express myself, but also to use it as like a future reference for, like, if I happen to be in a mood where it's like that same mood again, or if I happen to be in the same situation again, I can go back and look on that what I wrote previously and be like, okay, well, I can sort of understand what's going on, and then I'll write another like essay or narrative on what I'm going through now, and it's just like builds and builds off of what I already previously wrote, and I love it. I can't stop writing. I mean, it's gotten to the point of where I've used an old notebook to write down, all my stuff that I write. I mean, all these papers right here, are filled with poems, narratives, personal experiences. Like right now, I'm writing one on what's faith. Um, And my dream about this whole thing with writing, it's not really to just, oh man, let me get this stuff published to make me a quick buck. Not really that, but because the thing I want to do is write as much as I can, and then whoever is in my family at the time, when I die, I want this thing to be published so that people who are going through the same experiences and stuff like that, or just happen to be, thinking about different things, can read that and then sort of, you know, fix fix the situation that they're in. Um, like I said before, I've read philosophy books and everything like that. I don't delve into the whole thing, with is there a God or anything like that. The only part of religion I really stick to is morals and ethics, and what's right, what's truly right, what is truly wrong, which wouldn't be a bad thing to write about. But there's that, and it helps me to sort of look at the situations that I'm in and really just evaluate stuff a little bit better than usual. But onto the major problem, the sort of problem that I had, was that I don't understand why people of like kids of this generation don't really take the time. I mean, they don't have to like freaking write paragraphs and stuff like I do. I mean, that's what I do. But they don't have to do that. But why don't they at least take education seriously? I mean, some of them. I mean, there's people at my school that's in class when we have an assignment that we have to do and we're in the library, and I'd hear people say things like, man, this is the first time I ever been to the school's library. What? Yeah, I mean, it's not really frustrating, but it's just like, wow. I was like, you don't have to go to the library to freaking read all the time, but the library is a pretty interesting place once you find books that interest you. I mean, like I said, I checked out a book called Philosophy for Dummies. I checked out another book called A Theory of Justice, which is like a long revised, it's a short revised version of a paper or an essay or it's some kind of long paper written by a professor who went to Harvard. Uh, I mean, I'm reading stuff like that, and it interests me. I mean, you don't have to read stuff like that, but just find something that you're interested in, and read it. I mean, you can learn a lot. Further your thoughts on a lot of different stuff. I mean, that's what I do. And yeah, I'm a thinker, so I like thinking things through, evaluating the situation to where I'm almost certain the decision I need to make and stuff like that. But that's just me. So how do you guys feel about writing? I'd love to hear your your thoughts on all of this stuff, because I mean, writing it really is pretty interesting what writing can actually do. I mean, you'd be surprised how much I actually learned more about myself and the way I think through writing. I didn't know I could think like that. I really didn't, but it really helped me out. But anyways, guys, put in the comment section what you guys think about writing. What do you do with writing? If you write, what do you write? Stuff like that. But and education. What do you think about kids not really taking education seriously? Keep in mind that I'm still a kid, barely. I'm 17, but I can still fit in there. You know, People not really taking education seriously and stuff like that. It's sort of like, man, what are they doing? But anyways, guys, this is the Anime Blaze signing out saying, never doubt your capabilities because you never know what you might be able to do. And I'll see you in another video. I don't know exactly what that will be, but yeah, I'm gonna try to, whatever comes to mind, I'll post it. So yeah, later.